Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more of my DU, or dual universe and the single player. So we're on our private server. We've made some alterations to that. Some of those alterations include my accumulation rate's like 900, as opposed to what it was. Those are going a lot faster. We can change a lot of stuff, like how much we can carry, like we've the schematics. If we go in and look at schematics, I haven't started making any of those yet, but the schematics. Uh, see, let me go consumables, scraps, advanced scraps, lithium scraps, right? So base cost is 107.87, and then 37 seconds. We basically took all of the schematics and reduced them to a tenth of the cost and a tenth of the time, because I hate the idea of schematics to begin with, and removing them from the game I didn't think was going to be a smart way to do it. I may have also gave myself a small start with extra stuff up here. So now I have those. Now we've kind of got our base. We've kind of got stuff started. So the question is what do we do next? We've got an open sandbox. We have our little planet here, and what do we do? So the first thing we do is we go activate this guy. And if you look now, I tried to do this in the last episode, and I forgot how it worked. So you'll see these ones that are round, and then around the bottom of your miners, you'll get these right too. And then we'll do this, and we can coal miner, right? We can do this one. We can, some of these, if you do this, it takes you a little bit of time and do that, right? So there we got 460 liters of that. So now if I open my pack, let me turn that off, right? Actually, let me turn that one back on. So now I'm picking those up. Now, if I go in here, if I hit my middle click, my middle mouse button, it will auto mine for me. So I'm not hitting my mouse anymore. I'm just kind of pointing at stuff, and it just auto fills and mines for me. So I don't have to keep holding down the left trigger. Now, if I do that here very soon. Now I've spent some money into my pack to be able to carry extra stuff because, well, I I was smart about it. I'm like, oh, I need to do that. This stuff is needed. Aluminum miner, and we're getting some extra points from doing that. Now you see that as it's like it auto starts mining as soon as I point at something. So now these things here are, now I have big ones around my miners, because they're mining and throwing rocks or summoning rocks up. They're also putting some stuff in the storage boxes. I'm surprised I haven't filled my inventory up already. We must have made some changes to that, but that's fine. The problem is I wanted this game to be more like Space Engineers, and not have all the destruction of my lives on it. So I want to get all this stuff kind of going, and start kind of getting back to where we were towards the end of the beta. At some point, I don't know what we're gonna do with all the points and everything. We'll have to find some balance. I'm trying to make some changes to it because I don't want to suck all the fun out of it, right? I don't want to, because if I can just push a button where I give myself like every skill, and things like that, but I don't want to do that. I want to work for it. Boring. All right, so we've done that. Now, if you look out here, there's lots more of these rocks out here, and they're dotted all over the landscape, right? So if you want to go out and just go find rocks around, and they're not only around your your planet or around your claim, but they're around every claim has these rocks. So you can literally surface mine anywhere you want to and get as much or as little as this stuff as you want. Right. So I found some calcium there. So what we're doing is we're going to go out, we're just going to go mine some of these things. We're going to get some of these resources and we're just going to kind of go from there. Now I did get a couple of things between the last episode and this one. So in the server menus, you can go in here and let's see here, F2. Let's go my avatar. Oh, I should have had them. I didn't. Oh, still not working. I'm having some problems. I'm gonna have to look at it, figure out why it's going on. Because if I go this guy skins, like I should have more skins. I think you can get the titles, the emotes, and the pets, and the skins. Well, maybe not the titles. I kind of, it frustrates me that they don't have it where when I log into the server, it automatically like gives me my titles and my skins that I've earned. I don't understand why they don't do that. All right, so I'm gonna take all of this stuff and move it over here. Okay, so now we have all this stuff over here. Now, while we're here, you're going out, you're mining, surface mining, you're getting your stuff going, right? And you fill up your backpack, and you have to run back here, and you have to run back out there, and run back in here, and that's boring, right? Go up here to the container, or a container like this, right-click on it, and say, well, I'm gonna say reset linked container, but set as linked container like this, so I can actually set this as my linked container. I can open my inventory here. And then I have this check mark here. My nanopack's my active container. I push this button, and now this is my linked container. So now, basically, if I go out here and pick up things, the 34, right? And then if I hit I, like they don't show up in here, they're going straight to that link container. Now, that link container, you can't go forever. I've got a little bit of upgrade to it, but eventually when I get far enough out here, away from my base, the link container won't work anymore. And I think if I go, thought it would tell me how far I could go. But once you get far enough out here, it's not going to work anymore. And then you'll just go revert back to your nano pack. But that works for being able to build stuff and being able to like, if you're trying to build a ship or something, you can use that link container to hold all the items that you need to actually build a ship. Because building anything other than like a pocket ship, it's kind of hard to have enough resources in your inventory to be able to build things. All right, so we'll do all that. So we've done all this. So now we're going to go ahead and go up here to I, or actually we're going to close I. We'll hit K instead. And we're going to do materials, honeycomb materials, parts, right? Here's all of our different parts. If I want to go to an assembler, right? I want to make an excess assembler, right? So I want to make, I need a basic screw. So I need steel products, right? I need pure carbon, and I need, right? So we're going to add some of this to the queue. Add some of this to the queue. And then I use control. So kind of wish you could just kind of, hit it and just go have it auto build like a bunch of stuff. Like, be able to do this and go add to queue. And then once I added that to the queue, it just it was like, oh, hey, let me build all this other stuff you need. So I just need to basically make a bunch of these random weird things. And then, so we'll go, let's see, basic power components. And then you can kind of bounce back and forth and do what you need to do. I think I need some of this stuff, so still. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to go through here, build all the stuff that I need. Yeah, I just need one of each of those things. So hopefully it will kind of figure it out by the time it gets down here. I'm hoping it doesn't get stuck in this. I hope it jumps to the next thing. But we'll find out. We're just going to let it run. So much like Factorio or other games, I'm basically pocket crafting things so that I can do it. Now, unlike Space Engineers, where I just need the parts and then I go say I want to build this and then I make it. Here I actually have to build the machine that I want. And then once I can get that machine that I want built, then I'll be able to set that up and then have it start assembling things for me. All right, so we figured out how to do pocket crafting. We figured out how to get mining to get resources. The other thing you can do here, and kind of the thing you want to be able to try to do is come up here to, and your starting area may be a little bit different, right? But this guy here, I click this, and this gives you all the stuff, and we kind of touched on this before, right? So we can improve, right? Talents. And it says nearly you can do as much as, right? So, and that one, it should already be done. But, and we're still getting more of those, the points there. If I go down here back to our pod here, we can activate this guy with F. You can go to tutorials, construction, voxel tools, paste elements, gunnery training, tutorial, surface gathering material tutorial, right? So now it's important to remember if you do the surface quantas. So I'm going to get 20,000 quantas from that and 5,000 talent points. So in the very beginning, these are good things to do because they give you money and they give you talent points. So whether you're on your own private server, whether you're on the server for uh, so whether you're on your own server, MyDU, or if you're on the big servers, this is all the same. So I still have nitron for it. So it wants me to go down here. So it's a bunch of rocks on the surface here. Wants me to go down here to the So, and then it's important to remember that your inventory here is separate from your inventory back on the station, because this is a basically a clone. All right, so that takes us back. So it just kind of shows you the tutorials are actually really good. You take them at your own pace when you need to and when you want to do them. So if you're trying to do stuff like that, like just there you go. We got a bunch of talent points. We got, so if we go into F2, right, and we go look at, we have 7,280 talent points that we've picked up, we've accumulated, right? So as we're slowly building through all these things, I'm like, oh well, I want to go do crafting, right? And I wanted to do let's see, where is industry schematic manager, right? And I want a schematic research slot upgrades, right? So then I can do this and go, oh, train talent, right? So it can confirm that, right? So now I've basically just auto research that with my points that I've gathered. I can also go piloting, maybe. I always forget where these things are sometimes. Ailerons pilot, vertical, space pilot. Okay. I want to find, maybe it's finding an inventory. Equipment manager. See, these are your tools, your repair tool, your optimization tool. Architect, core unit upgrades, right? So this one, core unit upgrades plus 3 active core, static core unit. So this one allows me to do static cores and space cores for small, medium, large, and nothing. But that one, this will allow me to do small cores. And then this one here, once I can do that, will allow me to do other ones. Dynamic cores, the same thing, right? So there's small dynamic cores. So if I want to make a small ship, then I can do that. Let's see. Queue that talent. Advanced core upgrades. I don't know what. Oh, maximum core upgrades, right? So basically, these are going to allow me to do plus 3 cores, plus 3 cores, plus 3 cores, right? Plus 10 cores, plus 10 cores. So by the time you get all the way to the top of this, you'll end up having a crap load of cores, right? And if you really want to be able to do cores, you want to be able to do that. But you also want to be able to do large ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue required for that one. I'll go here. We'll go queue required for that one also. And then improve cores, just go ahead. Just there I'm up to 2 weeks. So the static cores, being able to have extra cores and stuff like that, probably not a bad plan. It's all about choices, right? It's about whether I want to have different vehicles, whether I want to have be able to load cores. Life's all about choices. So let's see, we got that one. Let's see, are we still doing? Nope. Missing components. All right, so I need basically I need pure iron. All right, so I need to get more rocks. So as the it's just slowly going around. So in the beginning, trying to get some of this stuff, it's gonna take me a little bit of time, just because the way we got to do it. So that was quartz. That was bauxite. I think the yellow is the one I need. Yeah, hematite. Technically, I need yellow. I need yellow, but like other ones can work too. Like I'm gonna eventually need them. So it's no sense in just walking past them. I might as well grab them. And just aim for the yellow ones. So lots and lots of mining. And anything that is in your area, you can mine, and only you can mine. I think there's a way to give other people permission to do things on your base. Um, we'll explore that in the future. But the having people be able to mine on your stuff or things like that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Especially with if they're your friends and they're helping you. But also being able to have them fix your miners and things like that, because you can get bonuses to get the miners to work a lot better and to have them like if I'm going down the cargo path, so I can actually set it up so that my cargo boxes are larger when I place them. So if I go to somebody else's area and I place the cargo boxes on their area for them, then it basically will make them the larger cargo boxes. Same thing as if they place a miner that is more efficient, then that miner is always more efficient. It saves that it's always that. So it comes. It's helpful for some people to go down one path and you to go down a different path, especially in the beginning. So back into this thing. All right, so you do that. I need steel product, so I'm making steel product now. So I may need more steel product. So it gets stuck if it doesn't have the items it needs. Right. So ultimately, the idea here is to go out here, gather enough materials, metals. We're just not having to grind into the ground to find them. We're finding them on the surface. Now that doesn't mean we can't dig a hole, right? Obviously, we have flattening tools. We have like this area is mine. I can do anything I want to it. If I want to dig this whole thing down to the core or as far down as it will let me to, I can dig a hole and flatten everything down. I can do all that stuff. Now the server says that as you start doing that, more and more stuff gets added to the file for the map. So it starts growing the map pretty large, especially if you have a lot of people doing it. So I would probably be nice to the server, unless you just start trying to beat it up. But it's it is what it is. So we're just gonna be out here mining away, trying to build our assembler. Because once we can build an assembler, then we can have it start building stuff for us. The only problem with that is then, if you left click, it takes you out of auto mode. It doesn't make me happy. A little bit more limestone. So it looks like, I think limestone and I think it's malachite are the ones that I can find on the surface here. Yeah, limestone and malachite. So if you see those, the limestone and malachite, you want to grab those. because I can also take this stuff out and take it over to um, where is it? To the trade place there, the market, and basically sell the stuff off to get extra points too. Um, we'll have to set it up so that we have buy orders for just ores, so that if people want to bring ores and sell them, they can. Mm. Right. See, where's still making still product. Slowly making. All right. Back in we go. And the beginning is slow. It's just like all the other survival builder games. Um, like I I am just baffled that I am playing this game again. I'd given up. I freaking uh I thought we were done. I thought we were never going to touch this game again. And being able to have my own server where I can kind of take care of this, some of the schematic things, and be able to build a larger item. Because like it's fine. Like I understand the reasoning behind the devs basically making it where uh trying to limit how much people could build. But you advertise a game that we can build things in, and then allow us to build these big factories, and then be like, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to change that. We don't like the way you're doing it. So we're going to make it where you can't do those things, and basically are making it incredibly difficult. Because what was going to end up happening is the big organizations were still going to be able to do it, right? Because then you just have everybody just churning out freaking uh, schematics basically as fast as you can, and not having to worry about it. And then the little guys that are trying to get off the ground just doesn't work. So the taxes and when I say taxes, the fees that it would cost to produce schematics and to be able to get into industry would be cost prohibitive. Because once you get everything maxed out and get all the skills and everything to make schematics as cheap as you can, and you remove all that overhead, it just takes so much to get started that most people would never try it, which is frustrating. The basic connectors, I need more alloy product. Okay, I'm making alloy product, that's fine. I think for the most part most of those are being made. We'll see how all that works out. But as always, we've kind of established or gotten to the end of our time together. I try to keep these a little bit shorter. I'm hoping to get a little bit more time into the next couple of days and get some progress made on this. But it's really the thing you want to do is you want to try to get your miners up as quickly as you can. You want to try to get as much mining up as you can, because this stuff runs while you're not here. As you go and as you go and do other things, these run without you. Now the only thing is you want to make sure you come back. I think it's like every 3 days and calibrate these things. So it's running its calibrations at still 100%. After 3 days, it will start to slowly like run down. But you want to make sure one where it's generated every 6 hours up to 25 charges. So I don't know what that one actually means. So we kind of want to make sure that we get these guys up and running as long as we can. Starts losing 6 calibration an hour from 72 hours of calibration, last for calibration. So basically every 3 days you need to calibrate your things. And that kind of limits how many miners you can keep running calibrated. So you don't want to have those low ones. And once you place a mining unit, you can't move it for 24 hours. You can't do anything. You can't turn off. You can't move it. You can't do anything for 24 hours. And I don't understand the reasoning behind that, but there's probably some exploit that people were picking up, putting them down, picking them up, putting them down, and getting extra stuff or something. But the whole trick here is kind of how do you get started? And we're going to kind of roll through the beginning of this thing. Next time we'll probably start looking at trying to improve this. The other thing too is that my other location here. So this was my other base. It was abandoned, so all the stuff is still there. And I may go abscond with some of that stuff. I may tear it down and bring it back here. Because why not? Like it's all fun and games. So, but with that, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. As always, if y'all like it, please consider throwing a like on the video. I'm not sure how well this series is going to do, simply because I think Dual Universe is kind of dead. I think a lot of people gave up on it like I did. But here I am giving it another chance. So we'll kind of roll with it, see what happens. We'll let it play for a little bit, see how it goes. Like I said, I don't know. We're still kind of in the wait and see to kind of find out kind of situation. But I'm all right being. I'll volunteer as tribute. So the other thing I need to do is kind of strip this thing down because I need to pull all the brakes and stuff off of it. So, all right. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. We'll catch y'all next time. Like I said, if you like the videos, please consider it. If you have a question, comment, concern, leave that down below. And if you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, that is helpful too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.